Hey, welcome to the podcast. I am super excited to share today's episode with you. Welcome. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Business Beauty Network podcast wherever you're listening. So subscribe. It's free. And share. Sharing is caring. So if you know someone who would benefit from this awesome content, please share it. Also, we are now on YouTube at Biz Beauty Network. So check out our YouTube channel. You can actually listen to this episode on YouTube and watch it live there. So check us out there. We will be dropping some of the episodes on YouTube, as well as the midweek beauty news episodes will always be on YouTube on every other Wednesday. So make sure you connect with us there. If you have any questions or suggestions for the podcast, you can email us at hello@businessbeautynetwork.com. Also, have you checked out our new website? We have an awesome new website, businessbeautynetwork.com. Check it out and let us know what you're thinking. You can watch the video there. You can listen to the podcast there. You can contact us there as well. So definitely check that out. But now that all of that is out of the way, I have an awesome episode in store for you. Hollie K's midweek beauty news is today, and she has dropped some awesome content for us. It's such a fun episode, and I think it's a great fun spin to have to the Business Beauty Network podcast, because I know it could be a bit business, but Hollie's episode is fun. So I really hope you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, email me or DM me in Instagram and let me know what you're thinking. My Instagram is I am Brandy Taylor, so at I am Brandy Taylor. Connect with me there. And you can also connect with Hollie at _Hollie K on Instagram. So connect with us both. Let us know how you're enjoying this content, and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. But now that all of that is out of the way, here is the midweek beauty news with Hollie K, where she shares everything beauty, fashion, and trends.
Hi, welcome back to Midweek Beauty News with Hollie K, where we cover beauty, fashion, and trends. We are officially in the season of spring, my favorite season, so I'm so excited. I love springtime. It's just everything just starts to bloom literally in nature, but also I feel like people start to come more alive. The time has changed a bit, so even though we feel like we're losing an hour, we're starting to see bright colors and bringing out warmer clothing. Although it does depend on where you're living, however, that warmer weather is coming. So, in January, I talked about the predicted trends for 2022. I'm seeing some of that kind of sticking around, but of course, things change and there are new things that are introduced. I want to talk about first the color of the year. This year, the color of the year is very Perry. This is the first time that there has been a new shade that was created, so not anything that existed before. To describe this color, it's a dynamic periwinkle blue, has violet red undertones. I saw somebody perfectly describe it as blurple. That's exactly what it is, a blue purple. But it is a gorgeous color, something that you can see translated in both makeup, fashion, even hair, for those who are bold enough to put that type of color in their hair. But a very beautiful color that can be translated in many ways. So I want to talk about a beauty trend that I was actually surprised that's kind of coming up. So of course, it's kind of taken off on TikTok, and then we're seeing it other places as well. I've even seen it with a few celebrities. I did not predict this one coming at all, because in January, I stated that what was around would stay around. I'm talking about eyebrows, guys. So in January, I shared how I felt like the fluffy brows were still going to be around. Fluffy, fuller, more natural brows. And that is still the case. But guess what has made its way back? Thin brows. I never would have imagined thin brows. You have people who are more mature, who are still suffering from those thin brows from the 90s. They over tweezed and over plucked. And they're probably just now getting to a place where their brows are nice and full and healthy. But this trend has come back around. Some people refer to it as the barely there brows. And even though the full brows are still in, we're starting to see more and more of those barely there brows. Now, here's the thing. Don't get excited and go plucking and tweezing away. You have multiple ways that you can achieve this. One way that it can be achieved is by just using less brow product. So instead of doing like a fuller, heavier fill-in of the brows, maybe do something that's a little softer, or fill it in a little heavier kind of at the top, the arch part of the brow. So that way it appears to be a little bit thinner. Another thing I've seen some people doing, even a few celebrities doing, is that they are bleaching their brows. So the barely there is like it's not there at all. So they're bleaching it, and that's kind of their look, even with the rest of their makeup. So, you know, a bit bold, but maybe a better choice than actually removing the hair. I have seen a few estheticians and brow wax specialists stating that, you know, if their clients are wanting to jump on this bandwagon and go ahead and try out this trend, try it over a period of time. Meaning, instead of going into your brow wax appointment or tweezing or threading, whatever you're doing, if you're doing it yourself or going to somebody, maybe just remove a few hairs at a time versus completely altering your shape. So make it something gradual. You know, if you move one little brow hair, it can really change the shape. So again, take your time, pace yourself. It's not for me, but if it's for you, you like it, I love it. All right, another thing that we're seeing is very glossy lips. You can see I have my glossy lips. I'm here for a glossy lip. I love it. I feel like people, you know, are starting to, if they're able to, come out of the mask, because oftentimes with the gloss, if you're wearing a mask, it sticks, so that is uncomfortable. But the beauty is that lip glosses nowadays are available by so many different brands, and they have them in different shades, and the color payoff is amazing. A few of my favorites are by Milani Cosmetics. Another is a NYX Butter Lip Gloss. People sleep on that one. People sleep on NYX, period. But their butter lip glosses are amazing, and the color payoff, amazing, and it lasts really long. And then, you know, I'm a Fenty girl, but I do love my Fenty Gloss Bomb. At first, when she was kind of coming out with the glosses, I was just like, she's really like going in on these glosses. But the colors really do stand out. It is comfortable to wear. It's not anything sticky. And then we can't forget our OG, the Hair Supply Store Lip Gloss. It's a goodie. It's a staple. And for some, they just can't live without it. And I'm not going to knock it, because it's always there for us, and it always gives us what we need. So we're seeing a lot of that on the runways, as well as with a lot of celebrities. And then still incorporating like maybe the darker lip liner and filling in with a clear gloss or the gloss color of your choice. So which of these are you already doing or willing to try? I want to know. Let me know. All right, so for fashion, some of the things that we're seeing are the incorporation of bright colors. So I predicted bright colors. We talked about that in January, and it is here for sure. So where we're seeing it, though, that I don't know if people really expected to see, is in suits. So suit sets. So be that it's a pantsuit set, or even a lot, we're starting to see more skirt suit sets, mini skirts at that, okay? And they're coming in bright, bold colors, and I am loving it. I think brands are getting a little bit more savvy with their designs with the suits. So it's not just like your stiff, formal, corporate type suits. It's something that women are wanting to wear out to events. And again, like I said, we're starting to see some with mini skirts. So definitely making sure you feel confident, feeling a little sexy, and then adding that pop of color. The midriff is in as well. Vogue refers to it as the maximum midriff. So the 2000s are back. I didn't know how heavy it would be back, but it's back, and it's back hard, okay? And one of the things we see with that trend of fashion from then is a lot of tiny, tiny, tiny everything. So for some of us, that may not work. However, there might be some things that we can incorporate, like the tiny bags. We're starting to see a lot more tiny, colorful bags. If you remember 2000s, early 2000s, that was kind of the thing. So that's coming back. Showing off the midriff is the thing. Low-rise pants, belly chains, baby tees. Yes, baby tees, they're back. So lots of everything from the 2000s. We're going to see in a lot of the trends in fashion. And it's kind of perfect timing, you know, especially for the spring. People are wanting to go out. We're seeing a lot of people going on spring break or getting back into traveling and going on vacation. So those pieces can kind of be incorporated into your travel looks. So very exciting to see. And my chit chat for this episode, few things. They kind of tie into each other. I didn't purposefully do this, but it worked out that way. So this upcoming weekend, March 27th, the Oscars will be live on TV. So I'll definitely have some stuff to talk about the next episode for that. So make sure you tune in too, so you know what I'm talking about, okay? Or make sure you record it. But one thing that does tie into it is Mr. Kanye West. Oh, Kanye. So, you know, everywhere you go, you're going to hear a little bit of something about Kanye. And we know a lot of the talk with him has been in about him and Kim and their separation, and how he's upset about one of them being upset, her kind of going and dating Pete Davidson, and then, you know, him feeling like she does things with the kids. He's not invited. It's a lot. It's a lot. And we know Kanye is carrying a lot as well. And with Kim dating the other young guy, Kanye has said some things that are really out of line, and it's kind of resulted in him being banned. I know he was banned for 24 hours for sure on Instagram. He's come out with music videos, kind of illustrating the things that he wants to do out of his anger towards him. And then Trevor Noah happened to make a comment about, you know, everybody kind of defines it funny because Kim is a celebrity, she has money, but at the end of the day, she's a female. So for a male to talk the way that Kanye has been talking about her or to her and everything, honestly, it is it is abusive. And so oftentimes when people are a certain status, that gets ignored or kind of overlooked because of their status or because of their money or they're a celebrity. And so he made a comment pretty much, you know, stating that, you know, they did not sit well with Mr. Kanye. So he said some things, and as a result, it has caused him to be pulled from the Oscars. He was supposed to perform for that. Trevor Noah is actually a host for the Oscars. So he was, like I said, kicked off Instagram for 24 hours for violating their policies for different things. What he said, it's just been a lot. But the one thing that kind of made me want to talk about this today was Trevor Noah made a tweet, and it said something along the lines like, I said counsel Kanye, not cancel Kanye. And I thought that was very mature of Trevor. Not saying that he's not a mature person. I think that just really aligns with the type of person he is anyhow. But it's true. Kanye needs help. We always say, you know, that he goes and does something that's drastic and dramatic, and it kind of makes us like, okay, here he goes again, being Kanye. But he does need help. But it brings attention again to a lot of issues that people might deal with that surround mental health. But also, I think of issues that people deal with involving children, be it if the parents decided to go their own ways. I think besides Kanye needing help, he needs somebody in his circle that says no. You know, not just a yes man, not there just riding along, going and saying everything that he's doing is okay. He needs a no man in his crew to kind of, you know, redirect him, because the things he's doing, ultimately, they're not going to benefit him with his relationship with the kids. So, just my few pennies on that. I'll get off my soapbox. But yeah, that's my chit chat. I feel like that's been kind of like a big thing that I've been seeing a lot of people talking about and kind of keeping up with. If you ever come across anything in particular you would like me to cover, or you see a trend, or, you know, something new you even want me to kind of test out or do some research on, please let me know. As Brandy stated before, we love for when you all listen to the episodes on the podcast to screenshot it, share it in your stories, and tag us both, please. And same thing for YouTube. If you're tuning in on YouTube, thank you. Screenshot it. Send it to us. Let us know that you're watching. And if you have questions or something you want us to look into more, I'd love to do that for you. Until next time.